This is a story you'll definitely want to hear to the very end. Have you ever wondered what it's like to live two lives? Not just having a job and a hobby, but two complete parallel universes where you're absolutely different people? I've been living like this for 12 years now. 12 years of lies, happiness, sorrow, guilt, and an unbearable, oppressive silence. My truth is a cancerous tumor, slowly but surely killing everyone I love, and myself. I'm not looking for excuses, because there are none. I just want to breathe out this story I've carried within me for so long that it's become heavier than any stone on my soul. I should probably start with her, with Elena, my first wife. We met when we were students, so young, full of hope, believing in the power of first love. She was my rock, my support, my quiet refuge from the world's hustle. We dreamed of a house with a big garden, of children, of growing old on a single bench, holding hands, remembering the years we lived. And we had all of that. Well, almost. We had two beautiful children, a son, Misha, and a daughter, Nastya, my pride, my angels. They were the meaning of my existence, bright stars in my seemingly ordered world. Elena was a caring mother, a faithful wife, a woman who believed in me unconditionally. Her eyes always shone with warmth and tenderness when I walked through the door, even after the most ordinary workday. She was the embodiment of stability, comfort, and that unconditional love which, as it turned out, I didn't deserve. Our apartment was always clean, dinner was always waiting on the table, and the bed was warm. I believed that's how a family was built, on a foundation of trust, fidelity, and shared dreams. But he, me, that very he, built his life on her tears, on her hopes, on her naive belief in our fairy tale. Then Anna appeared. It was at a conference in another city, a chance encounter, a simple conversation that stretched on for hours, and something inside me broke. It wasn't just attraction, it was love, the kind they describe in books, all-consuming, sweeping everything in its path. She was so vibrant, so understanding, so alive. Next to her, I felt like not just a husband and father, but myself, the person I seemed to have lost long ago under the weight of routine and lies. It was unfair, low, immoral, but I couldn't stop. I tried, I swear, I tried to end it. But every parting from her caused such physical pain that I would choke. I felt like I was tearing a part of myself away, and it was unbearable. That's how my second life began, my dual world, my personal hell. Anna got pregnant. I couldn't make her have an abortion. I couldn't leave her. My love for her was so strong that the thought of her suffering was unbearable to me. She didn't know about Elena and the children. I lied that I had many business trips, that my work demanded full dedication, that I was launching a new project that consumed all my time and energy. My colleagues at my main job got used to me always being away, often in another city. I was torn between two cities, two homes, two families. In one, I was a responsible father and husband, the pillar holding the house together. And in the other, a man in love, building new happiness, dreaming of a shared future. I remember the first time I called Anna's son, Peter, my boy. It felt so natural, so right at that moment. And at that very instant, I felt a knife plunge into my heart. I was betraying not only Elena, but all of them, my children from my first marriage,
and even Anna, because our family was built on a foundation of lies. I was stealing their time, their emotions, their future, which could have been honest and simple. Every smile from Anna, every ringing laugh from Peter was for me both the highest happiness and an unbearable torment, a reminder of my betrayal.
Years passed. My son Misha and daughter Nastya grew, transforming from toddlers into demanding, observant teenagers. Petya also grew, becoming a little man who called me Papa. My lie grew with them, acquiring new details, complex, intertwining threads. I became a master of evasion, an expert in scheduling, able to instantly switch between roles, changing masks like gloves. My brain worked nonstop, calculating every minute, every word, every action. But it was unbearable. Every morning I woke up with a knot of fear in my stomach. What if they find out? What if someone spills the beans? What if I mix up dates, names, stories? Paranoia became my shadow. The most terrifying thing was watching Elena fade. First she became withdrawn, then the sparkle in her eyes, which I loved so much, disappeared. She stopped smiling, laughing. Her movements became slow, her gaze dull. One night I heard her crying in the bathroom, quiet, silent, but so desperate that it pierced me to the core. It was the sound of a broken soul. I knew it was because of me. Because of my absence, my detachment, my lies. She must have felt that something was wrong, but she couldn't understand what it was. Perhaps she thought she was losing her mind. She started saying she saw no meaning. She asked why should she live if everything around her seemed gray and hopeless. These words hurt more than any blow, because I knew I was the cause of her pain. I hugged her, swore my love, lied that I was just tired from work, that everything would get better, that these were temporary difficulties. But inside me, everything screamed with pain and self-loathing. My children, they saw their mother fading. They saw me growing distant, becoming cold and indifferent. It was so unfair to them. They deserved a complete family. They deserved happy parents, and I turned their lives into a theater of the absurd, where the main actor was a liar. I thought about telling the truth. 1,000,000 times I imagined that moment. Tears, shouts, destruction. But each time, panic fear stopped me. What would I say to Elena? How would I look into the eyes of my children who will trust me so deeply? How would Anna react to the fact that her entire life, her love, her family were built on a lie? I was afraid to destroy everything to its foundation, though I had already destroyed everything with my own hands long ago. My love for Anna led to unbearable pain for Elena, and my cowardice prevented me from breaking this vicious circle in which I was trapped. I live in a constant hell. Every time I hug one of my children, I feel guilty towards the others. Every night spent with one woman is a betrayal of the other. I no longer remember who I truly am. I am two halves that can never be whole. I am a lie that has become my reality, my prison. Sometimes I look at my sleeping children in one bed, then at my sleeping children in another, and I understand what I've done. I created two worlds, but in neither of them there's a place for my own soul. It got lost somewhere between two addresses, two phone numbers, two lives, and I don't know if I'll ever find it again. The only thing I know is that I have to end this someday. But how? The answer to that question frightens me more than anything in the world. I'm caught in a trap that I built for myself.
If you like the story, subscribe to the channel, and you'll hear even more captivating stories.